If you are an employer or an employee or a prospective one, then this is the video for you. Because in today's episode, we'll be looking at contracts of employment and how to terminate them fairly and lawfully. Hi everyone, my name is Harriet. Welcome to Legal Moments. A contract of employment is the contract between an employer and an employee. It spells out the terms and conditions of the employment relationship. Aside the contract of employment, the Labour Act of Ghana, Act 651, also regulates employment relationships in Ghana. The answer to this question is yes. Under the Ghanaian law, any employment which goes beyond 6 months must be secured by a contract of employment. As a matter of fact, the employer must give to the employee a written contract of employment within 2 months of the commencement of the employment relationship. Any of the parties to the contract of employment can terminate at any time after giving the required notice to the other person. So for example, if the terms of your employment contract indicates that you must give to your employer 1 month notice before terminating, you are obligated to do so. Moreover, the Labour Act of Ghana indicates that if an employment relationship spans for more than 3 years, any of the parties who intends to terminate must give to the other 1 month's notice, and in lieu of that 1 month notice, he or she must pay 1 month's salary to the other party. An employer may terminate a contract of employment without giving any reason. However, they may be called upon to prove whether or not the termination was fair. If an employee believes that his or her termination is unfair, he or she may lodge a complaint with the Labour Commission of Ghana. And if the commission finds that the termination was unfair, the employer will be called upon to reinstate the employee or pay compensation to the employee. Unlawful termination is when the termination of a contract of employment by an employer is in breach of the terms of the contract of employment. So for example, the terms of Baby Ya's contract of employment indicates that before her contract is terminated, she must go through disciplinary proceedings. However, the employer fails to meet this requirement before terminating her contract. This is in breach of the terms of the contract of employment, and the termination will be deemed unlawful. The Labour Act of Ghana, Act 651, provides for fair and unfair termination in its sections 62 and 63. The Act provides that a termination of a contract of employment by an employer will be deemed to be fair if the termination is based on the following reasons: that there is a proven misconduct against the employee, that the employee lacks the required skills to carry out his or her duties, that the employee is so ill or sick to carry out his or her duties, that the employee has passed on, or that there is a legal restriction against the employee prohibiting him or her from performing the particular task or role, that the termination is based on a redundancy, or that it is based on a mutual agreement between the parties. Again, according to the Labour Act of Ghana, a termination of a contract of employment will be deemed to be unfair if the termination is based on the fact that the employee is a member of a union or a representative of the workers who are members of a union. If the termination is also based on the gender, ethnicity, or religious belief of the employee, it will be deemed to be unfair. In the case of women, a termination will be deemed to be unfair if it is based on the fact that she's pregnant or absent from work as a result of some complications with her pregnancy. So in conclusion, as an employer, before concluding on the terms of the contract of employment, understand that it must fit into the context of the labor law, because you cannot contract outside statute. And as an employee, before signing off your contract of employment, ensure that you understand all the terms and conditions of your engagement. And that will be all for today's episode. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so now. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode. Let's get interactive in the comment section. Tell as many people as you can about this channel and turn on your notification button so that anytime we upload a video, you'll be the first to know. Thank you and see you in the next episode.